Hey y'all, welcome to the Craft Castle. I have a super fun project that I'm going to be working on for the next couple weeks. I can't wait. I'm so excited to share with you. I'm going to be blinging out a Cricut. It does not work. It's a broken one. And I'm sure I'm shocking a whole lot of you by saying that because you're probably wondering why in the world am I blinging a broken one versus a usable one. Well, you see these right here? I never shut them. Case in point. They're never shut. So if I were to bling these two things right here, you would never see it because I never shut them. So the only thing that you would be able to see are these small little ends. Man, that's no fun. I want the entire thing to be shown. So a lot of my machines, they'll just end up being broken because I do use them quite a lot. And now instead of Cricut having us send back our broken ones, they're just having us keep it and then they're deactivating it. So if I were to try and plug this in, you couldn't even work it. They just tell you to throw it away because it's worthless at this point. So instead of making this worthless, I'm going to take this piece of trash and make it some office decoration treasure. In my office, my entire craft castle is decorated in rainbows. So that is what I'm going to do today. Now, I already have it started. I'll show you how to prep this. All these lines, they look a little weird and messed up, but I will fix that in the end. But what we need to do is we need to paint the Cricut first with your colors of that you're choosing, and then you're going to put in the rhinestones. I am using, for this project, I'm using Auntie Tay's rhinestones. This is, I believe, the Pixar brand or brand line that she offers. And everything that's going to be right here, the mass majority of it is going to be all the diamond in the rough crystals. She offers them in a variety of sizes, but this one right here is in the mix. So all of that's going to be right here. And then we have the traditional red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple. I'm also doing pink. Now, a lot of people don't put pink in their rainbows, but I do. And so we have the Incredibles has a red and an orange, so I'm going to split those up. And then Joy has yellows, Rex has greens and some teals, 22 has blues and aquas, and then Randall has purples and pinks in his. So I am going to sift these out, and I'm just kind of going to put them in separate locations, and I'm only going to use certain colors to make all of this. But all of these you can buy in the mixes, or you can just buy them with single colors. That she offers that now for the single colors. Okay, so this is going to be a series of videos. So we'll just start with the painting. We'll set these over to the side because we're going to need to paint your Cricut first. Now, I am just using some regular paint that I got. This is Hobby Lobby's paint right here, and just in the primary colors, red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple. And then I'm just going to use a small little paint palette, squeeze it in there, and all I'm going to do is paint my Cricut first. Now, if you wanted to do a rainbow theme just like me, all I did was I just took my little fabric ruler and I measured from one side to the other. It's 14.5. The middle is 7.25. All I did was I just took some random string out of my office, tied one end of your string to your pen. And then with the lid off, I just put the end of not the end that has your pen, but the end with the ribbon. I put it in the direct middle of my Cricut, and I just use this as a guide to make the lines on the very top. That's what I did. And then on the bottom, all I did was I just took my fabric ruler again and dropped them down and just created the line like that. Now, it is not perfect, but you know, no rainbow is perfect, but it will be perfect in the end. After I use the paint, I will straighten out the lines and make it look gorgeous then. All right, y'all, let's get started. I'm going to fast forward through most of this because I'm sure you know how to paint, but there are certain things that I did that I think that will be helpful for you as well. If you're doing a rainbow like me, I started with the red. Don't start with the white, start with the red first. Then skip a color. You can see that I put the orange paint in my palette, but then I said, no. I am going to skip a color and go to yellow. Skip a color again and go on to blue. Also, I'd like to note that use a lot of paint. You kind of want to go heavy-handed, especially if you used a black marker to mark your rainbow lines. You're going to want to use heavy paint. Plus, you also want to cover up the original color of the Cricut. Skip another color and go to pink. I swear, eventually this rainbow does start to actually look really good. You have to trust the process. Okay, I'm going to let the rest of the rainbow colors dry right now, and then I'm going to go back to white. I'm using just flat white paint that you can get at the hardware store, and I'm going to cover it with everything that I want to be a cloud. That is what is going to be white. So the inside of the rainbow and everything on the top, the front, the sides. I am going to skip the very back portion of it because no one's ever going to see it, but I am going to also rhinestone the sides of my Cricut, so I am going to cover that with white paint too. Now that the white is completely finished and the other rainbow colors are already starting to dry a little bit, I'm going to go back in with orange. I'm going to start painting it orange. And then we are going to take a small little slow down break to introduce my mama. She rang and I had to call her. You do not ignore the mama's phone call. Hi, Mom.
Hi, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. I forgot to call you back yesterday.
I love you.
Love you too.
Okay, bye.
Okay, bye. There is one thing that I've learned about being her daughter is I always have to remember to call her back. Or if I forget, the next time she calls me, I better answer within the first 2 rings or she'll start to call every one of my family to make sure I'm still okay. Anyway, moving back along to my Cricut. Just start painting it orange. The same type of steps that we were doing for everything else with the rainbow colors, that's what we're going to do for the rest of these colors. And it's starting to look so stinking good. Oh my gosh, I am beyond pumped that the idea is coming together. Oh yeah, you're looking so cute. So cute, so cute. Now I'm just finishing up the white and I'm going closer to the red and then inside the purple and pink. And then I'm also just going to go around and touch up the rest of the colors that need touched up. I am done painting this. There are a little bit of touch-up work that I'm going to need to do right here on the red and then right there where the pink and purple are. I'm going to wait for that to dry a little bit before I go back and fix this. So here is the plan. I have this all painted. It did it very heavy. You can see it's very heavy in some spots and still wet and then dry in others. So I am going to let this dry overnight, couple days, make sure that it's nice and dry, and then I'm going to start rhinestoning. Check back in the next couple days and we will start rhinestoning this together. I'm so excited. All right, y'all, I will see you soon.